Want to see how I got this makeup look for mature dry skin using mostly brand new Essence products? Well then stay tuned. Welcome to your beauty story this week, and today I'm going to share with you brand new Essence releases and then some repurchases to give a try. So today is going to be a mostly Essence day. So let's play with makeup. Let's start with the base, and Essence came out with some new Drop of Sunshine bronzing drops. It says it's a liquid bronzing drops for an instant sun-kissed glow, perfect alone or mixed with daily care and foundation. Shake well before using. It says it's hydrating and caring. So I think it only comes in the one color. I don't think they have any different colors. Oh. And so we're gonna start with these. I recently had been trying the ColourPop bronzing drops, really been enjoying those. So let's give these a try. Shake well. Let's see. Okay, so it is a dropper. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this right on my face. And I'm going to use actually this Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush to press this in. So let's see here. Just put a little bit there, here, here, and on my chin. And okay. I think you need to work pretty quickly with this. Okay, it definitely gives a bronzy glow to me. Now, I don't know how it looks like to you, but the mirror I am looking at, I look a little too warm, orangey color. It's pretty strong coloring for bronzing drops, which is really, I guess, a good thing for this time of year if you really want to add color. But if you're showing a lot of shoulder or chest, you might not match up because this is a little bit darker than I expected. But I'm not terribly mad at it. Okay, well, we'll see how that works, but that's the Essence Drops of Sunshine bronzing drops. Okay, oh, let me try this. This is their the Super Peptide Glossy Lip Treatment with Caring Shea Butter. Let's see if I can read. Day and night lip treatment with a glossy and ultra nourishing effect. So I'm actually going to just put this on right now. Well, I'm going to get it untaped here. And we'll wear this for the rest of the video. So here is, it's just one of these plastic. It feels nice. It's definitely a thicker formula. It almost feels like just putting straight Vaseline on your lips, which I've done before. So we'll see. We'll let this sit for a while. All right, now let's try the Essence new Conceal and Correct Under Eye Brightener. And I believe this is in the color Light, and there was not a lot of choices. I think there was 4 colors maybe, a fair, a light, a medium, and a dark. But let me go ahead and get this on. So this is just kind of a flat applicator. And I have shared previously that I have been trying to keep most of my concealing products away from my outer corner because of my really heavy wrinkling, because I have a very expressive face. So I've been trying to just work the product out to my outer corners. This feels very cooling and nice on the skin. We'll see how it blends out. I'm going to use my Nikki LaRose N16 brush to kind of pat this in. Well, it is definitely brightening. So if you're looking for the brightener, I wouldn't say it is a heavy concealer. It actually feels really nice. I like the way it's blending. I haven't had the best of luck with Essence foundation type products. I love their some of their mascaras. I love some of their pencils, their blushes. So this is the first time I'm actually, first impression, pretty impressed. Now this is definitely brightening. I probably could get the darker color to be more matching to my skin. But there is the brightener. It looks good right now. I mean, again, I have very fine lines all over my face, and we'll see how this sets down. Now, like I said, I'm not a huge foundation. They didn't release a new foundation with this group of products that they released. So I'm just going to use the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. And it's been a long time since I used this, so I wanted to give it a try again. It says get buildable, just right coverage and a long wearing satin finish with hydrating foundation that's anything but basic. Using a foundation brush or sponge, buff and blend foundation all over the neck, all over the face and the upper neck. It says it's a medium buildable coverage, long lasting, 1% hydrating, hibiscus complex. I used this before and I remember liking it. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to use my Sigma Soft Coverage F48 brush. I believe that's what it is. Everything will be listed down below, and if you use any of the links down below and I do earn a small commission, which helps support my makeup habit and my clothing habit. And so, but everything will be listed down below. And if you find this stuff on your own, great. If you buy from another creator, that's amazing too. I just want you to find products that might work for you, and show you what you can do for mature skin with the makeup. Okay, I kind of remember why I liked this so much. It is leaving a really nice finish, and because the bronzing drops were pretty pigmented underneath and this foundation is a little lighter, it definitely has toned that down, at least from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I definitely remember why I liked this foundation. So that is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Now I'm going to set my under eyes. They came out with this Flawless Skin Trio, and it is, it's hard to see here, but it has the purple, pink, and like almost like a translucent color in it. Here, let me take off the lid and see if you can get a better view here. So it's kind of a peach and then a really bright pink, and then a purple. So we're just gonna kind of work with the purple and pink to see here. Now, this brightener is not a coverage magnet. So if you need coverage, I would recommend, you know, maybe using this brightener under a foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and use my, let's see, I'm gonna use my Sigma F03 brush, and I'm just gonna actually put this in the lid. And off, and then I'm just gonna lightly press this into where I put on the brightener, and we'll see how this works. I have noticed more recently that my eyelids and my under eyes are getting even more crepey. So it makes it all the more obvious with my creasing and stuff. So I am just resigned to the fact that things are going to crease. And so I will do everything I can to mitigate the creasing look, but it is what it is. It is a 55-year-old face. And an expressive one at that. You would think I was Italian, but I'm not. I don't have any Italian in me. Okay, so let's move on to bronzer. Now, this is not a new product to Essence at all. In fact, they may eventually phase this out because it's getting a little harder to find. But since I wanted to use as much Essence products as possible, I have the Essence Contour Palette. You can see this is well loved and used, and I have repurchased this several times. And this is in the, let me see here. Oh man. This is actually in the darker skin shade, but I like the coloring on this. So let's go ahead and get this on, and I'm going to use my Sigma F10 brush, and I actually just mix between the two. And let's just get this powder set down. You know, with the bronzing drops, you know, we have a really nice bronze look already going, but this will kind of help set down the foundation a little bit. Try to give myself a little sculpting here. I've used the Essence sculpting one, the baby's got back or something like that. It was not very user-friendly for me. So I like using this Essence product much more so than I liked that cream product. So not going for super chiseled today, but just gives a nice bronzed look to the face. I really like this product. Again, you can see it's used, it is well loved, and I have pre-purchased it on multiple occasions. Okay, now we're gonna go in with their newest release, the Bubblegum Fun. This is the Bouncy blush, and this is Make My Heart Bubble. And it doesn't say that it does anything other than being a blush. So let's go ahead and get this opened. I guess I should put my glasses on. Let's see here. Okay, it's opened. And let me. Okay. So there's the color. Looks pretty light, even though it looks darker in here. We're gonna go in, since this is, let's see here. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and use my Amazon Kabuki brush. and bounce into this, just pressing in. And then I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand just to kind of get the product evenly dispersed in the okay. It is definitely not a highly pigmented blush, which for somebody like me who can sometimes be heavy-handed, that's always a good thing. But we'll see how buildable it is. But it is doing a nice wash of color. It's not super bright pink. It's more, just almost, it seems like an enhancement of, you know, a flushed look you might get, being cold. Not bad, not bad. Wouldn't say that this is probably going to be high ranking in my blush collection, but it's not bad. Okay, and then the same, along with those same lines of the bubblegum. This is, it's Bubblegum Fun Liquid Highlighter, and it's in Bubblegum-tastic. And you can see it is very glittery. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it's just a twist off top. It's a dropper. Well, it's kind of a unique dropper. Huh. Interesting. I'm just actually going to, it looks like you can just squeeze it onto the back of your hand here. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little drop out. We'll blend this out and see how. Oh, wow, that is really sparkly and really bright. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take directly from my hand. And let's see here. I'm just gonna use my fingers. That's what I normally use. So I'm just gonna pick this up and we'll just put this in the areas that I normally put it. Okay. Definitely has a lot more glow on my hand than it does on getting it on the face. But that might be a good thing. Yeah, not a fan of that. It's a cool concept, but it doesn't do much. That's interesting. I don't really see a lot of highlighter on my face. And I put a big drop on my hand and using that as, so far that is definitely not a product that I would continue to use. Okay, so we've got that done. Okay, let's move on to the brows. And I did pick up, I remember trying these quite some time ago, but I imagine in my daily beauty stories, you're getting really sick of seeing the NYX. And so I wanted to pick up, I think I remember really liking this Milani Weekender. And so I went ahead and picked up the Precision Brow, which is the micro brow, and then also picked up the brow pen. And I have these both in, I have this one in Ebony and this one in Espresso. So let's go ahead and because we are going to set it with this new Essence product. It says Extra Strong. Essence Fix It Like a Pro Transparent Brow Fixing Gel. Let's see, doesn't have any claims on the back. So let's go ahead and get the brows done. If I remember, I really liked this Milani brow pencil. And I think I have actually repurchased this in the past. It's just been so long because I've just loved my NYX combination that I've tried. And there hasn't been a ton of brow products, it seems, released. I mean, kind of the last one I remember that I really liked was the Maybelline Build-A-Brow that came out with the, it was a pen on one side and product gel on the other. That was a great product release by Maybelline. I really enjoyed that. Just haven't seen a lot of new pencils. NYX is very good about releasing new eyebrow stuff. Here is this color. Okay, I'll just do my normal. This goes on very creamy. That's nice. It looks like it's gonna make for very quick work of my brows, which I like. The brows always seem to be the ones that take the longest, especially because I have a lot of sparseness. I have areas that I gotta kind of fill in, and I gotta draw in a little bit too, just to give my eyebrows some really nice shape. So I do like the way that this is going on, and I do remember kind of why I liked this product when I tested it a while ago. I mean, a long time ago. Probably even before I started this channel. I have always been a makeup lover, and I've always liked to try the new thing that came out, especially Drugstore. I've never really been a high-end girly when it comes to regular makeup, but I have definitely been a Drugstore girly, and I definitely have always looked and watched for the newest releases that interested me. And so, okay, I like how that went on. Let's see here. Just give it another brush through before we open up the pen, just to give us some brush stroke, some actually looking like I've got brow hairs instead of just drawn in brows. They never make these packages easy to get into, that's for sure. Okay, I need to get down, I guess, more on this. Okay, sorry, just crack the plastic to get it out. Okay, and give it a little shake. Sometimes I like to store these type of products upside down so that the product is in the base. If you notice that it's leaking, then go ahead and store it a different way. But I like to have the pigment all ready to go when I use it. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that does a nice job too. I would say this is very similar in the stroke that it's leaving into my Holy Grail, the Lift and Snatch pen. So very similar in application. Does draw in those nice hair-like strokes. The one thing I like about the NYX versus using this Milani again is that NYX definitely has a broader range of shades than the Milani does. I only think there's a couple of different shades, maybe 4 or 5 in the Milani, whereas in the NYX there's quite a bit more. I want to say there's like 8 different colors that you can choose from. So, all right, there's the brows. Let me go ahead and just give them just a teeny brush through, really light brush through. And then let's go ahead and try this Essence Fix It. Oh, goodness gracious, that is a huge wand. Not thrilled about that. I don't have big bushy eyebrows, so I guess I'll just use the tip of it. It's going on pretty wet. And because of that, it's lifting a little bit of the product I laid down. Not excited about that. Yeah, this brush is just it's a lot too big for me. We'll see how it holds. I'm just gonna do a little press down here. We'll see if the claims, we'll see if it is what it says, extra strong throughout the day. Okay, so now let's move on to the eyes. And we're gonna try their new eyeshadow primer. Prime like a pro eyeshadow base, intensifying, long-lasting, no creasing. It says it's a universal shade, and it does say to use waterproof makeup remover. Interesting. So let's take a look at this. So it's just a little tube. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get a little bit on my ring finger here. Okay, just get together. Okay, it feels very almost creamy, oily maybe is the right word, a little more emollient. That's the word I was looking for. It feels emollient, which is interesting. We'll give that a minute to settle down, to get kind of soaked in. So, okay. And I don't have any Essence eyeshadow palettes. When I did my massive declutter, I got rid of everything that I had and should have probably kept 1 or 2 palettes for this purposes. But I picked up the I'd Like to Mauve It. It is a very kind of neutral palette with a more purple hint to it. If I remember correctly, these are pretty muted, so we're probably not going to get the boldest, glammest look in the world, but hopefully this eyeshadow base does what it claims and intensifies. Let's see if I can get this plastic off. Oh goodness. They make it harder to get into. Okay. So I think I am going to start with this shade right here. This shade right here. Use this in the brow bone crease area. Oh, that has some nice pigment to it. I just remember these being so muted that I really didn't get a good color from it. I am definitely not liking the highlighter. Way too much glitter and not enough substance to it. So I'm looking in my magnifying mirror. Yeah, not so much. Okay, that is a nice color. It lays down nicely. It's very blendable. I don't feel like I'm getting any real patching, which is nice with an eyeshadow base because sometimes it can pick up on patchiness. It can stay wet in certain areas, so it's not as easy to blend. Okay, I think I'm going to, okay, so we are going to use this color right here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. We're going to use this color right here in the outer V. And so let's see how this goes on. Now darker colors will tend to run a bit more patchy. And I actually am not liking how this eyeshadow primer. Well, let me see some more. Let me play some more. Okay, so this is definitely has some shimmer to it. For some reason, I thought it was more matte, but I guess it does have a shimmer, which is, you know, I don't mind putting a shimmer out on my outer corner. Just don't know that this eyeshadow primer is really conducive to that, because I feel like it's showing, like maybe, yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that I don't like with the eyeshadow primer. I'll have to try it without to see, but this is a really pretty color. And I like that about, interesting. Okay, well now let's see. I'm gonna go on to the outer 2/3 of the lid with this color right here. And I'm just gonna use my finger. Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty color. At least it looks pretty on my finger. See how it looks on the eye. Okay, yeah. That's interesting. I remember this palette being way more muted and not so much sparkle or kick to it. Maybe it is the eyeshadow primer, the base, that is really intensifying the look of this, because I definitely do not remember it being this, having this much of an impact color-wise. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to use the lighter color, and I'm going to go kind of in the center, just to, so use this color right here and kind of to do it on the center of my eyelid. Okay, that's pretty. All right, I'm just gonna kind of do it in the center here. Okay, it's not bam in your face type of look, but it definitely does lighten up that area. Okay. All right, there is the look so far. Let's see, now we're gonna go in with this shade in the brow bone. It is a matte color, so I'm gonna go with this shade in the brow bone, and then in the inner corner to give some brightness, I'm gonna use my Sigma pencil brush here. Let's go into that. Just use this up in the brow bone. I definitely normally like to use something that's not matte up in my brow bone, because I do like to give it a little extra highlight, but wanted to use this in the palette. So let's see here. Okay, so it does a nice job brightening. I mean, it's a nice light color, so it'll give some, it has a lot of kick up. It'll definitely brighten up that inner corner area of the eye, which I like. Go on the backbone. Okay, not bad. I'm actually impressed. I can't tell if it's the eyeshadow primer that is definitely making this look pop off a little bit more, but I'm impressed so far. That's an interesting combination. I'll have to try this primer with a few other palettes to see. And then I think this is actually just a new shade. Oh no, this is actually a new a new product. This is the Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner, waterproof and long lasting. And I got it in Stardust Love, this is kind of a grayish pewtery color. Eyeliner for an intense color payoff and smooth application, long lasting and waterproof. So I'm guessing, like it said with the primer, you're gonna wanna take it off with waterproof removing. I do not feel this product, the eyebrow gel, in my eyebrows. So it doesn't leave a crusty feel to them. I don't have a lot of faith that it's gonna hold. So I am going to tightline my upper line. I'm also gonna line it and smoke it out a little bit. I've been playing with that a little bit in my daily beauty stories. To show you kind of how I'm coming up with looks from different palettes. So we'll see here. I like this a little more not so in your face black. This definitely has more of that dark pewter, that darker gray color to it. So we'll see how it works in the waterline if it transfers down. Let's go ahead. I mean, it does go on smooth. It's not pulling or tugging, which is nice. I did think they came out with a pretty decent color range in this. So how's your new year going? Is it off to a good start? Are you feeling like your expectations of your goals are lining up right now? I know that for me, I'd set some pretty lofty intentions for myself, and I'm doing okay. I could be doing better, which I need to learn to give myself some grace. I do tend to be a bit, I'm gonna use the Nikki LaRose and 12 brush to kind of smudge this in. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace because I am pushing myself much harder than I have been. So I'd love to hear how you are doing on your New Year's intentions or goals or resolutions. I am glad that how our things are turning out right now. And I know that I can push myself a little bit more, but I'm trying to just give myself a little bit of grace, getting back into the swing of things. Since I am now back in Alabama, my home. And so settle in time is always a good thing to kind of give yourself a little bit of grace in. So here is this look so far. I really do like that color. It is definitely a more muted color and is not as bold as a jet black is. So I'm liking that color. We'll see if it transfers down or not. Okay, so now I'm just going to play with, these are not new. I think this this mascara is newer, and so is this primer, but they're not in this part of this new release. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do my mascara. I'll give my lashes a curl. I am not going to put falsies on today, just because I really want to see how this all comes together. Okay, and so this comes out turquoise, but this is their lash primer. And it's their, mascara primer, extra length and volume. So, but it looks pretty funny on the eyes because it's turquoise, as you can see. It's got that turquoise color to it. So let's go ahead and get this on. I've used this before and it has done a nice job of really, I think, adding some length and volume. And the nice thing is you can see where it's going on. Sometimes with these clearer ones, you just can't see the effect of them. So it's kind of nice that you can see how this is applying. And if you missed a spot. Okay. Oops. Okay. So you can see how that definitely leaves a color on your eyelashes. And then this is, let's see here. This is the Call Me Queen Dramatic False Lash Effect Mascara. And it definitely has that rubberized brush that I like so much. And it almost looks like it's set up to do like a cat eye, because it's thinner in the front tip and then a little heavier in the back, which is nice if you're going for that cat eye look, which I like. And this, you can tell if you're getting your mascara where you want it to cover up that turquoise colored primer. Let's go on the bottom lash line. I do like this for the bottom lash line. This is nice. Okay, now let's go to this eye. It is a bit prickly, so you just want to make sure that you're being careful around your eye with the prickliness of the brush, stiffness. That's pretty. I've only used this one other time, and so I'm giving this a try here again, and I'm really liking it. Definitely probably not as dramatic as my L'Oreal Panorama, which is definitely a holy grail when it comes to mascara for me, but it's close. This is going on very nicely. I don't see a lot of heavy clumping, definitely giving volume. As I said, no clumping. It's clumping on that outer corner, but that's okay. Okay, there's the eyes. Yeah, I like that combination. That is a nice mascara combination. Okay, I think that is it for right now. I am going to be doing a lip combination, but let me go do my hair and get dressed, and I will share with you my final thoughts and put on some lipstick. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, I am back. Let's go ahead and get on the lips, and then let's talk about the products. I'm gonna take off this lip peptide. It is nice. I can tell that it hydrated the lip. I can tell that it hydrated the lips, However, is it worth a couple bucks to spend on that when you can get Vaseline for a big jug for probably less than a bunch of those would cost? Yeah, you keep it in your purse if you needed to, but that's my opinion on that so far. Okay, so let's talk about this new pencil that they came out with, and it's the Soft and Precise Lip Pencil, and I picked up the color My Mind. So that is the color that I'm doing here, and then I'm going to use the Milani Flushed, their newest color to their Color Fetish line. I'm not a big matte wear girl for lipsticks, but then I thought I would put this new Essence Hydra Kiss Lip Oil in the color Midnight Mystery over top. So that will be my lip combination. We'll go ahead and get that on. Okay, so it's just a standard wood pencil. And so let's go ahead. This is definitely the color of my lips. It's not gonna be a super noticeable liner on me. Probably should have gone a little darker. But if you've ever ordered online, you know that it's sometimes hard to tell colors online. This'll do for this. I like the way that it went on. It didn't feel extra, didn't tug a lot. So it was pretty good. All right, so then let's use the Milani Flushed. And for a matte formula, this is actually fairly creamy going on. I would say it does dry out my lips a little bit, but let's go ahead and try this lip oil. And it looks almost black. And we'll see how it goes on. Okay. So it definitely has a little bit of pigment to it, but I'm not mad at that. And it feels nice. All right, so here is the lip combination I used. Okay, let's talk about the product. So let's first off, all right, let's talk about the products. We are starting off with the Essence Drop of Sunshine Bronzing Drops. I will say that I am pretty impressed with the color payoff that this gave. However, it did look a little orange on my skin tone, but the color payoff is very nice. I am impressed by these bronzing drops. I would say of all the bronzing drops that I've tried, and that's not many, that this actually probably has the most pigment of those drops. So that's impressive. I think this was like $5.99. $6-7 right around there. Pretty decent payoff. So this is something I will definitely be playing with some more and trying out a bit more. Let's talk about the under eye concealer and the powder. As I was getting ready and I was looking in the mirror, and obviously it's not a magnified mirror in my bathroom, it actually looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed with this combination. I don't see a lot of creasing yet, but it definitely did not cover up too much of my darkness under my eyes, but it definitely did brighten. So if you're looking for that brightener, I would recommend giving this a try and seeing how it looks on you. Again, not a big shade range. I think it's just 4 colors. This is actually went on nicely. I am surprised. I did not think that I would like this because I'm not a big setting powder type of girl. But looking in my magnifying mirror, it doesn't look cakey. And so far, pretty impressed with these 2 products. So would they be worth the try? I think so. Then let's talk about the foundation. Of course, it's the e.l.f. Soft Glam. I have used this foundation before. In my massive declutter that I did, this was one that I held on to because I really liked it. So I might be playing with this some more. Look for it maybe to be featured in some of my daily beauty stories as I give this more of a try. But I definitely like the way the foundation and the base looks. So let's talk about the other products. Obviously, the contouring powder I have used quite a bit. I normally like to sculpt and then powder, but I didn't really care for the sculpting products that Essence has, so I just went with a powder today. So not quite as chiseled and sculpted as I like, but it is a great powder product and I have repurchased it numerous times. So this is their new cushion blush. I think that's what it said, a bouncy blush in the bubblegum line that they released. And it's a pretty color. It's nice. I wouldn't say that it blew my mind. I'm like, oh my goodness. Essence does have great blushes. So this is just another one to add to the list. Do you need to run out and get this specific color? I don't think so. It is a pretty color. It turned out nice. And if you tend to be heavy-handed with your blush, this might be a good option for you. And unfortunately, I have to say, heck no on this highlighter. As I looked closer in the mirror, literally all it left on my skin was glitter. And don't get me wrong, I like a glitter, I like a sparkly, glittery highlighter. This just didn't do it for me. Very unique packaging. I actually liked the dropper or the release mechanism on the dropper here. It's a cool concept, just not a great product. So save your money, do not go out and buy that. I'll have to hold my opinion of this. I actually don't mind a little bit of a crunchy eyebrow because to me that feels like it's gonna hold and stay in place. This, yeah, isn't doing much for me, and I guess hated is a strong word. I truly disliked the length of this brush. Man, I truly did not like the length of this brush at all. So will I be reusing this product? No. Would I run out and get it again? No. So overall, I mean, we've been pretty successful with the products we tried. Obviously, I used the Milani Weekender, the Ultra Precise brow pencils. I remember using these before. They were very nice, good. Definitely will play with some more of those, get those in the rotation of my eyebrows. Let's talk about the primer and the palette. I actually am really impressed by the combination. I know I hemmed and hawed a little bit when I was putting on the darker color in the outer corner. It didn't feel like it was blending as well, but when I looked in the mirror as I was doing my hair and getting ready, I like it. I like it. Will I be playing with this again? Absolutely. Really enjoyed the way that this did intensify from my previous recollection of how this palette went on. The intensity of the color, I really do feel like it amped it up. So I'm excited to keep trying that. I have purple palettes that I just absolutely love and adore. So not 100% sure if I'm going to eventually keep this. It'll obviously be in my rotation for a while, but it's just a meh palette for me. Not super exciting, and I like super exciting. Let's talk about the lashes. I am really pleased with this product combination. I think it gave me a good eyelash look without having to put falsies on, but isn't so dramatic. So it's a really nice combination. I will keep playing with that combination because I did really enjoy it. And then you saw just a little while ago the lip combination put on. Their new pencil, I like it. It's just more my lip color. Probably should have got something a little bit darker, but you just never know online sometimes when you're ordering. So that is it for this mostly Essence new product try on haul. And I'd love to know what you think of the look, but here is the final look. I'll also be inserting what it looks like in natural light. Remember, ladies, you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.